A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. It's really lovely to know that you are here and you are in the part of this collective consciousness movement that's happening on planet Earth as the Earth moves from 3D to 5D reality. So let's find out what's the message for today. Someone who is looking for a sign or who wants to change their life, who wants to see miracles or a miracle right now, like they want their life to be full of miracles. They have suffered because of energy vampires who have always been in conflict with the human energy. Energy vampires need reaction to flourish and even to be seen. That's a very big thing. And when you are focusing on a life that's full of miracles or gratitude or happiness, somebody is gonna come into your periphery and talk about something that could bring out a reaction from you, and that reaction can then lead you to unnecessary things and events and situations, and just focusing on them. They maybe just want your energy, they just want your focus. And it's like a test I have seen when people try to shift their life, when they want to change from, getting into those zones where all of their energy is going to go waste and futile, and they cannot expect any miracles, they cannot expect anything positive. So God will send them some test. Like, say day one you say, okay, I'm not going to focus on these negative situations or people. Day one everything goes fine. Day two something will be sent to you, and now it's up to you that you can either focus into it, sink into it, or you can just tell yourself at that point in time that I don't want to be a part of this, even mentally. So why this practice is required? Because miracles happen on a very high frequency, and in the low frequency all of the nonsense garbage things happen. And in simple words, when you believe in the higher energy, when you believe in the supreme energy, you automatically can also connect with gratitude, and that's where all the good things are happening. In the universal mind, there is no negativity, there is nothing which is negative, everything is positive. So as they say, even my master says this, that sometimes we want something right now, we cannot trust the process. So whosoever I'm channeling right now, all of you may or may not resonate 100% with this, but if you do, then that's amazing. And please do not forget to mark yourself present. In this video, I'm also going to give a shout out to people who were present in the last video. I am present is the energy that we all need to claim, because in the present moment there is no ego. Ego can only anchor itself in the past or in the future. So ego always tries to take us away from the present moment. In the present moment there's nothing wrong. In the here and now everything is fine, but it doesn't want us to be in the here and now. So not judging others, but always being straightforward with them, no expectations. Now, this is also the energy that we need to embody. We don't have to judge people, but we can be honest with them in case we need to have any conversations going. We don't also need to be very rude or mean unless we are, in some place like that. It all depends on context, because it's all just going to waste your energy. Unnecessary entanglement always waste energy, and then it keeps us down into that drain, into that pool where we cannot shift. Skipping is difficult in that type of format. So whosoever I'm channeling right now, you are somebody who either can do it right now, because I'm channeling for different people, and some of you are in the same path, like in the same zone, but you could be a little ahead or behind one another. So some of you can recognize people who stop you from growing, and you know how to ignore their energy instead of entangling with them. However, some of you are learning this, and it's very important. How you do this is by being aware of your thoughts. So a lot of teachers and masters and a lot of good people, the right ones, they tell you to be aware of your thoughts, because they say your thoughts can take shape of things. Why do they say that? They say it because actually the exercise is to become aware of those thoughts that you don't need, and do not focus on them, do not dwell upon them, because the most simplest way to actually see miracle happening in your life is to not focus on the thoughts that are against the miracle or anything that you believe you want. Like if you want something, then you can think about it, and then you can start doing other things, whatever you're doing, and then let it just be. If you did everything and it's still not happening, then definitely let it be. Like sometimes we just don't let it be. We just keep trying for too long. Okay? I'm also picking on to the energy of those people who are gaining back their lost confidence. Maybe somebody stole your confidence. Maybe someone said a lot of mean things to you. Maybe you were dating someone and they would constantly, put you down, constantly say mean things to you. Not the truth, but the mean things to you. And they would never love you too. Like some people, they are our well-wishers, they say the right things to us, but they also give us love. They also treat us nicely. They also care for us. So when they say something to us, we don't feel bad, because we know that they also love us so much. They forgive us, they love us, they're sweet to us, they're nice to us, so it's okay. But there are those people who only take from us. They're always complaining, they're always taking from us. They never give us anything, no love, nothing. It's a very toxic environment. So you need to understand that, and you need to basically, those you can recognize, the ones who stop you from growing, then you can simply cut them out. Now, okay, one more thing I want to add over here when it comes to connecting with the miracles or connecting with the higher energy in this case. And if you can recognize who and why and when they stop you from growing, also try to think that some of them could be your friends, some of them could be your family members, some of them could be those people with whom you have spent time. Maybe you are a part of some event, some mission, some protest, etc., etc. Even those people can bring in negativity to you. And it's not always true that only our enemies bring in negative energy. Sometimes our own people who are also programmed, they are programmed, they have those patterns. Maybe it's a pattern of gossip, maybe it's a pattern of just being negative, maybe it's covert narcissism, maybe they're not happy with what they have, maybe they lack gratitude. And you, being a person who is inner work oriented, who is in ascension, you can recognize those patterns. And as soon as those patterns start affecting you, or you realize that, okay, now I'm gonna get drained, or I'm gonna get sucked into this black hole, that's the time you must tell yourself that it's time to go. Mentally, emotionally, physically, you just need to step out from that energy. And sometimes you can even verbally tell your folks that, hey, let's not do this. Let's not talk about it. It's not good for us. We don't deserve to get negative because of someone else. Let them be. Guys, there's a very thin line in having fun and speaking the truth and suddenly getting into a dark zone. And that thin line is really, just the way it is said, very thin. So you have to be careful about this. You have to just stay in the middle. Isn't it interesting that even the middle path, it's a very thin line? Because if you go this side, you're an extremist. If you go this side, you're another level of extremist. So there's always extreme here and here, like in masculine or feminine energy also. So we need to be in blended energies. Now, once you're a part of the thin line and you zoom into that thin line, you'll realize that it's not really so thin, because in the middle, there's actually a lot of place to stand, I just looked at a sphere and said it. But wherever you are, middle path is the best path. Whosoever I'm channeling is also a person who's not afraid to shine. You are okay to be yourself, and that will definitely happen if you can recognize people who stop you from growing, if you don't entangle into negativity, if you can be detached like a lotus, if you can channel this lotus energy, then via this channeling, there's a message for you by the higher beings, the spirit guides. They are telling you that you're so wonderful because you never give up. So this is a quest that we all need to be in. We need to know ourselves so that we can find our flaws, like a detective, like somebody who is on a mission. And as soon as you find it, boom, you uproot it. And that's it. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds simple, but you just need to get the hang of it, and you can actually do it. You can shine bright like a diamond or shine like a sun. Actually, I would want you to shine like the sun, because that's the brightest thing in the universe. Human beings can pump in energy to the gods as well as to the demons just by their reactions towards them. This is, I think, the best card that I've picked today. So the gods are with us, the demons are also around us, and we can choose. What are the gods doing? Gods don't have any desires. Gods are pretty chilled out. Gods are like happy with everything they get. That's why they're gods, and they can be full of gratitude. They're helpful, they're kind, because they're always overflowing with joy. Whereas the demons are full of desires. So many desires they have. So they're always looking for vessels. Okay, this vessel, that vessel, there, over there, that one is a good vessel. So that they can actually cling on to these vessels. Now, there was a movie called, I think, Star Trek. It's a very old movie, the old one, and there were some kind of aliens in that movie. There were different types of aliens, but there was also one called Klingons, who were very negative and jealous and envious. And I really liked the name Klingons. The spelling was not the same, but it actually sounds like Klingons, because the entities can cling on to us. So that's why I like the name. And when they cling on to us, we can give them energy. We can pump in energy into the gods as well as demons. So we can decide, if we don't react, we are on the sides of divine energy. And if we react, we are going to be pushed into the demonic field. And what they do, they just give us stress, worry, anxiety, depression, negativity, blah, 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 blah. Guys, I want to let you know that you can support my content. If you are from India, then this is the scan code that you can use to support my content. Otherwise, you can use PayPal if you're from any other country. And you can also do it every month by becoming my Patreon. And that's going to be so wonderful. And I also want to thank all the current Patreons that are present on my Patreon page. The links are given in the description box. You can check out, explore, and yeah, for personal sessions also you can check out the description box. Those who want to get into a reading with me, a tarot reading, an energy reading, intuitive reading, guys, do not tell me anything in advance. Once I connect with you, when I schedule you the time, then we will talk about everything in detail. So do not worry about it. And secondly, if you want to get into therapy, then you have to be ready for it, and you have to see whether you're still stuck in the runner-chaser dynamic or not. At least in your own heart and mind, you need to have the clarity, and you need to have the excitement, the joy, or just the readiness that you want to get out of this. And surrender is your path. Surrender is the key to ascension, because ego and narcissism does not allow us to work on ourselves. In therapy, it will not let you, first of all, go into the therapy. And if you get into therapy, then it will find 100 ways to tell your mind, tell you that you should not do it, you should not work on yourself. So you should be ready for therapy. Only then you should sign up for therapy, because therapy requires commitment, it requires work, and it requires self-love. It requires us to be towards our empathetic side, so that we can be happy about finding our flaws and not get upset when we find some. So I'm being shown some people out here who have also been through a lot of different problems, and they have seen a lot of difficult seasons. When I say seasons, like, difficult winters or difficult summers maybe sometime, and so on and so forth. But they have been strong in their inner work, and these channelings, all of these collective readings, this is for people who are on the path of inner work. This is for twin flame star seeds, and I also include the 1,44,000 light workers, and I hope you guys are there. I'm so happy that you guys exist on this planet, because you're all here to serve the planet very selflessly. The more you go further ahead in the ascension journey, the more you realize the real miracle is to actually find out how much you can do just by being yourself. Like, wow, you can inspire so many people. And this is the energy I am also picking up on, somebody with a very childlike energy, very free energy. This channeling is actually a combination of two types of energies that I can pick on. One group of people, I see they are very happy, they are in state of recognition, so this is a sign for them. This channeling is a synchronicity for them. They trust their gut, and whatever these people are doing, the other half of the group is actually supposed to do it, and they're probably also doing it 50%. Like, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your instincts, because they never take you to a wrong place. But what takes us to a wrong place is the negative energy that keeps us awake in the night. And also people who are really honest, they're really sincere, they want nothing but God's love, they are looking for source integration, they believe in true love, they believe in unconditional love. These people also cry a lot sometimes, because they are so close to the higher energy that they question the higher energy. Their tears move God. Like, God cannot see them crying. All those people who cry real tears, true tears, God cannot see them crying. So God is gonna come to your rescue, because your tears are genuine. All right, that's something I wanted to say. And you also are someone who is moving out from the negativity. You don't want to be a part of the negativity, you don't want to be a participant in any way, shape or form. You just want to be in positive space. Like, it doesn't mean that you are in some kind of denial, but this is the true positivity. Even if something very wrong is happening and you are giving your best, and maybe some people are telling you that no, this cannot work, no, this is not the right thing to do, oh come on, let it be, still you are like, I'm gonna do it, because I know God is holding my hand and I'm gonna find the way. And my dear friends, in order to connect with the energy of miracles, that's a frequency actually, we need to truly disconnect from the worldly world, from the material world. I mean, there are miracles happening in the material world also for those people who are worshippers of ego and whatever energy. I mean, there are so many labels for that energy also, but I think it's all about the ego. So there are so many people who are working in that domain, and they see some material achievements and they say, oh, this is a miracle, oh, God is giving me a miracle because I've achieved this or that. But actually the real miracle is so much away from materialistic things and the samsara. In fact, if we genuinely want to be happy, then we need to use the worldly world, the samsara, as a point of reference or as a place which can give us some kind of trigger, and we need to work on those trigger. Like, for example, if there is something that's really troubling you, it's probably a desire that troubles you a lot. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't have it, whatever it is, but you are getting troubled by it. So instead of going all into the achievement of desire, we need to ask a question, an honest question to ourselves as to why do we want this? How is it going to make us happy? How is it going to make our life easy? If there are some sensible answers to it, and if you feel that, yeah, I mean, spending time on this desire, like via your thoughts or via your energy, giving it energy works, then why not? But if you actually let go and think in your head, I mean, technically also you can try it out, that everything that you have actually doesn't really belong to you. It all belongs to source. everything. We are just here for a very short span of time. So really, what is it that we all need? I mean, need or want or we deserve or whatever. What is our signature frequency? Our signature frequency is of peace. When we are at peace, when we are content, when we are in gratitude, that's when we are at our best. That's who we are. And everything else around us is trying to take us away from it. And then it becomes our job actually. So this is the only place where I think we need to make the effort. In Hindi, we call it Purusharth. So what God needs is the effort, the true effort. And along with it, it has to be like something that you truly genuinely want. Like you want to be at peace, you want to be relaxed, you want to be happy, you don't want to be negative or sad or annoyed or anxious or depressed, or you don't want to be after a person, a human being or something, material that's making you chase it, where you are losing your self-respect, where you feel fooled, you feel conned. Like I see in the twin flame ascension journey, there are people who are getting fooled by those who are full of lust. Those people are not scared to use even God's name to get into somebody's, pants and get their boom shakalaka from there. And nowadays it's online, offline. There are so many ways to do it. Chatting, this, that. I mean, it's insane. And some people, when they meet high vibe people like you, spiritual people like you, they know that I must talk about God to these people. I must talk about kindness. I must talk about good things to this person. And they're going to get seduced by it. So we have to be very careful not getting fooled by such people or such energies. And I gave this example purely because this is also an area of concern. This is also a place where a lot of people get distracted, a lot of people get troubled by it. So there is money, there is love, and there is social status. There are a couple of places where people need the miracle. Now you need to ask yourself that the miracle that you're looking for, why do you need that miracle? Like, genuinely do you need it? Because genuinely, if it's a part of if your timeline, has it already, then it will definitely just appear in front of you like magic. And you're going to be very happy when you see it. And you're also going to be grateful. And then you can also just come back to whatever you were doing. I mean, that's how simple it is. And I told you that I really feel very happy when I see so many people from different parts of the world watching these high vibrational energy readings, because these are not readings that are just meant for flattery, or they're not just aimed at getting views or, whatever material things. But I genuinely feel very happy when I see the names and the location. So here's a shout out to Jamie L. Gilbert from Florida. Some of the people's names cannot be seen, so I'm not able to give them a shout out. But there is Kokil Rohadgi. Thank you so much for being here. Jayashree Prakash, thank you so much for being here. Ki Pio Natio, present from Hula Land. Thank you so much for being here. We have the Suzanne, then we have Love Frequency from Florida, Learn, Heal, Redirect from Portuguese. We have Munia Khan from Bangladesh. I already know she's from Bangladesh because she wrote to me on Instagram and we became like good friends. Preet Pal Dahiwal from Gurgaon and Kishori Gole from India. That's amazing. Shrival Sankvi from South India. Hi. Kim Edmond from Newark, who's a Sagittarius from USA. And we have Slim Jim. I think I've done a session for Slim Jim also. Guiding Light, V. Maria from Denmark. We have Gracie Egg from Florida, Athavan Krish from Canada, wow, and Jai Shri Ram to you too. Then we have Harsh Trivedi from India, Jenny Drums from UK, Lakshmi Kumari, we have Ruchi Vishwakarma from India, Anu and Arnab from India, Arnab is from Kolkata, Lyra from Texas, Nisha from Jammu Kashmir, Denise from Turkey, wow, Hildi Haru from California, Rachel from I don't know where, but thank you so much for being here. Mansoor Elahi, who wrote, "Sorry, but your eyebrows are not even." Sometimes my eyebrows and sometimes my eyeliner is also not even because I'm really bad at it, but I try my level best to get it right. You guys can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, only on Amazon Kindle because that's where the latest edited version is. And I wish that your miracles come true and you're happy and you're blessed and you keep on doing your inner work. See you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.